Hi, Source Gaming fans. Today we are going to have a discussion on possible stages that may not return for Smash and what we think. As we've seen in Smash Ultimate thus far, a huge number of stages are returning, but there are a few that we still don't know about, so we just wanted to go over it. I am Spazzy D, article lead for Source Gaming, and with me is PushDustIn.
Hello.
And yeah, so let's go over this list. I think we're going to do this by series. So let's start with the number one series, because everything is numbered now. Let's do
well, it was always numbered. It just
yeah, it was.
wasn't so public.
Now it's explicitly numbered,
Yeah.
so that we can all see it. Exactly. Let's start with Super Mario. So there are a couple of stages that we have, no, more than a couple. There's let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, I count out loud, guys. There are 10 stages that we don't know the status of yet, so let's go down the list.
Okay.
First of all, we have Peach's Castle 64.
Yep.
I personally think this stage is going to be back.
Yeah.
Because it was brought back for DLC. It's already... I know that Smash Ultimate isn't a port, but they definitely ported over everything from the Smash Wii U at one point and then started reworking on stuff.
Yeah.
So they already have a version of that stage that's HD ready. They thought it was popular enough to bring back as DLC. I can't see it not coming back.
Basically, we got almost every single 64 stage
Yes.
in the Wii U version, didn't we?
No, there were quite a few, because we didn't get Saffron City, we didn't get Mushroom Kingdom 64, Sector Z, but I mean we did get some good ones, and we already have more back, like Saffron City. So,
Yeah.
I definitely think it's coming
Yeah.
back. Do I want it back? I personally don't care for this stage. It's it's a thing where it's kind of basic and also kind of annoying with the.
It's kind of weird.
The bumper. Yeah, it's a really strange stage. I don't hate it. I'll probably, if it comes back, play on it like sometimes, but it's not. Yeah.
One thing is, I wonder if they'll change the name of it just because of Princess Peach's Castle for Melee.
Exactly, because we've seen that with some other ones too, with Congo Falls, right?
Yes.
Being
Congo
Congo
Falls.
Juggles. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely think that will be a thing. Plus, it's not really even on Peach's Castle. It's like floating in the sky, and
Yeah.
Peach's Castle's in the background, so it never really made sense. But okay, let's move on. So let's talk about two stages with the same name and similar themes.
Yes.
And that's the Mushroom Kingdom 64 and Mushroom Kingdom Melee stages. And these are the ones where it kind of has that 8-bit aesthetic. It has the platforms on a wire that go up and down, as from the original Mario Brothers and many games since then. I don't think both of these will come back because they're kind of redundant. I know they have completely different layouts,
Yes,
but it's
they
such
do.
a similar theme. And we haven't seen either of them. I can maybe see the Melee one coming back. Or maybe it might be easier for them to bring the 64 one back if they're only bringing one back, because they wouldn't have to retexture and re-res everything.
Yeah. And with so many 64 stages already back, it's like just bring them all back at this point.
Yeah, so I would say maybe 64 has a better chance. I think I'd want the Melee one a little bit better. It's a little bigger. It's definitely a for fun stage, not.
The Melee one has Birdo in it, right?
No. That stage is confirmed. You're thinking about Mushroom Kingdom 2, which
okay.
I wouldn't be surprised to get a different name. No, this is the one. In Melee, there were. I have to look at the pictures because it's been so long.
Yeah.
But I think there were. It was a larger stage with more of those platforms, and the N64 one had less, maybe like only 2 that went back and forth.
Both of them had a walk-off?
Yes, they both had walk-offs.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm. This is one of those stages I'm pretty neutral on. I mean, I'd like to see one of them come back, but I'm not. If it doesn't come back, I'm not going to lose any sleep, and I think it's not an iffy proposition, but it's definitely not a sure thing type of stage.
I mean,
any more? Well,
just looking at like this Mario list, it's like all Mushroom Kingdom, Mushroom Kingdom, Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah,
It's just-
exactly.
They start to feel redundant.
Yeah, for sure. Next one is Rainbow Cruise, the melee stage. The thing about Rainbow Cruise is that I can 100% see it coming back.
Yeah.
But it would probably be a decent amount of work to, retexture to make it look nice in HD, because there's a lot of assets on that stage.
Yeah.
I will say that it was, one of the only melee stages that was brought back in Brawl. So that should probably be considered in the fact that Sakurai likes that stage. A lot of people dislike it because it's a traveling stage. I don't know why, but I've always liked that stage. I used to love it in Melee.
I like the music.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's traveling, and obviously it's not great for competitive fighting, but just for messing around, I feel like it's not so fast that it's really a bother, you know what I mean?
It's not super hectic.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see that back, and I can see it coming back for sure. The next one I consider basically a lock, and that's Delfino Plaza.
Yeah, because it's been back with Wii U.
Yeah, it's already been on Wii U, which means they already have an HD version of it ready, like I said before. And there's no reason not to bring it back. Super Mario Sunshine's still popular. That's still a cool stage.
I think it's a fan favorite. Like
it is.
If it gets cut, people would be pissed.
Yeah, it's one of those stages that is. I would say it's almost borderline competitive. I know they have used it in some sets before. There's reasons that it's not, the best viable stage as far as that goes, but it's good for pretty much any type of play you want it. It looks good. Once again, has great music. Was already on the Wii U version, which I think anything that's on the Wii U version has a super great chance of coming back unless there's a weird issue with it, like Pyrosphere, which we'll talk about later. I want it back. I think everyone wants it back, and I think it will be back. Next is Mario Brothers Brawl. Was this stage brought back on the Wii U version? No. I don't recall.
No, it wasn't. So this is actually a stage that I like, but a lot of people hate this stage because it's in the style of the original Mario Bros. For the NES. I think the NES version, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Maybe this will be wasn't this Rob's home stage in Brawl? Maybe that's why he doesn't have a home stage picture yet, because they didn't reveal this. But then why wouldn't they reveal it?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
I hope Rob. I actually hope that Rob gets an actual stage.
Yeah, I think he'll get a Gyromite stage.
Yeah, it's about time.
Good. Yeah, because there's definitely stages they could have made his home stage. So I feel like if they're holding out on it, there's a reason. And for those that don't know, if you go to the website, each character has a home stage, a picture of their home stage behind their picture, like in little character profiles. And Rob is currently the only character that does not have a home stage listed, and I find that to be very odd. This is kind of a crapshoot stage. I could definitely see it not coming back. But I wouldn't be opposed to it.
75M came back, and that was basically the same style. And 75M was far worse than Mario Bros.
That is true.
I don't know. I just like the stages that are kind of like recreated in that old game.
Mushroom Kingdom. Is the
go
next one, and that's another one that's kind of a throwback because it's just World 1-1. It was on the 3DS. I'm not a fan of this stage. It's very boring looking aesthetically. Because it's kind of a joke, really.
It has like the new Super Mario Bros. Aesthetics, right?
A little bit. Because I think the thing was Sakurai's all like, oh man, World 1-1 from Mario Brothers was so many years ago that now it's a joke. It's like it's in waste, it's ruined, it's a desert, But it's not a very fun stage to play. I have a feeling this one's gonna come back. This one was on the 3DS version of Smash 4. Smash for 3DS, not the Wii U version. They would have to get an updated version of it. But I just have a feeling that this is the sort of stage that will probably come back. I would put more money on this than I would put on Mario Bros.
Especially because it's used in a much newer game.
Right. Although I would rather have Mario Bros. Because it represents like a completely different part of Nintendo's history. It's not just another Mario Bros. Stage.
Not another Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, World 1-1 is so iconic, but it's so iconic that it's almost played out, you know?
Yeah.
That's Mushroom Kingdom 1-1 is what that one's called. Let's see. Oh no, that has been confirmed.
Has it?
Okay, yeah, okay, no, because I was looking at the list.
1-1
and
but
1-2
has
is the underground one. Okay, that's
but
why I was.
If 1-1 is there, 1-2 is most likely going to be
well,
there.
the reason that people are not counting it as a lock is because 1-1 was in the 3DS version, but 1-2 was not.
Oh, really? I thought both.
Right.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, but I believe that probably had to do with 3DS limitations and stage numbers. So if they're gonna bring it back onto the Switch, I'm considering. You know what? I'm moving this from maybe to a lock now. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, no, definitely, because it's not 100% because it wasn't like that on the 3DS version, but close enough. Yeah. All right. Next is Golden Plains 3DS. I don't think this one's coming back.
No. The reason I don't think this would come back is because it relies on the individual screen gimmick of the 3DS.
Yes.
Which would make it quite difficult on a Switch.
Yeah.
Basically, in the stage you have to collect 100 coins, and then you can receive a buff.
Right, exactly. And then the thing is, I think how you see the coins compared to the opponent, does that change, or does everyone see the same coins?
No, everyone has their own individual set of coins, I think.
Okay, yeah, I mean, it would just be complicated, and to be honest, without the gimmick, the stage isn't that great.
Yeah.
It visually looks like the other new Super Mario Brothers stuff. It doesn't stand out at all. I don't think it's coming back, and I don't think it needs to come back, and I don't care if it comes back. I mean, it was kind of a fun type of gimmick a little bit, but
I think if you had everyone collect the same coins, then you would have a lot of matches where people couldn't collect 100 coins. They could reduce the number of coins they collect or something like that, but
yeah.
I mean, there's ways around it, but
there is, but I mean, unless they really are trying to bring back almost every stage except for it's every stage except for a couple that we feel are redundant or Miiverse. I mean, then I could see it coming back if they're really pushing for almost every stage, but I would say it's one of the more likely cuts. Moving on to another 3DS stage, we have Rainbow Road. I definitely want this one back. I like traveling stages that travel from location to location, like this and Skyloft, the other Mario circuit, or is that Mario Kart 8? I think is what it's called now. I like those are some of my favorite stages. There's a lot of them. This is a good one. I love that it's a Mario Kart stage that isn't Mario Circuit.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm so sick of Mario Circuit.
Yeah, exactly. It looks awesome. It has great music.
Yeah.
I would think it would. I would think they would want to upgrade it.
And if they use the Rainbow Road from Mario Kart 8, that would be amazing.
So, do you think it will come back in the same form?
Maybe it would be updated to be the Mario Kart 8 version. They would just rip it from that game instead.
Okay.
Because isn't this Rainbow Road based off of Mario Kart 7?
I would imagine, but I don't know. I couldn't.
Yeah. I would imagine they just reuse the assets or something.
Yeah, but I need some sort of Rainbow Road. I want it to come back. Like I said, I'm not 100% confident in it though. Mm-hmm. I am kind of confident in this one though, because I feel like it was such a unique stage aesthetically, and I feel like they're gonna need to bring it into HD, and that is Paper Mario.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Paper Mario is a super popular series. This is the only rep that it's really had in game besides stickers and trophies and things like that. And yeah, it's a cool stage. It's a stage that I think would work a little bit better actually on a big screen. And I hope they add ledges to the Bowser mouth when it turns around, because that's annoying. Mm-hmm. I don't know how much you've played. I feel like I've played more Smash 3DS than you have. I played a lot on the 3DS.
I played a lot on the 3DS. I didn't play that much on the Wii U, actually.
Really?
Because by the time the Wii U came out, I was like, I already did Classic Mode and All-Star Mode with all the characters on the 3DS, and I was like, I don't want to do it again.
Did you play a lot on the Paper Mario stage?
Here and there, I think. I don't think it popped up that much in the Classic Mode.
Okay. Do you know what I'm talking about then, with how the the mouth that you stand at when it goes into the Bowser's Castle. That's another thing. This is the only time we have Bowser's Castle playable at all.
And
in
it's
Smash.
in the Paper Mario.
Yeah. So it's also Bowser's coming back. But yeah, there's like it doesn't have any ledges, and I think that's on purpose. I'm pretty sure just to make it harder for you to recover there on that particular phase of it. But it's also kind of annoying. That wraps it up for the main Mario stages, and as you can see, the thing is Mario has had so many stages, but yeah, by far it has the most stages that have not been confirmed to return yet.
Yeah, but like
let's move on to
stages that are not in Brawl or Smash for 3DS and Wii U are not that much though.
Yeah, exactly. The only one, only a handful were from the Wii U version that didn't come over, and I think those definitely will, like Peach's Castle, Delfino Plaza, are two that I think definitely will come back, and then I think the Mushroom Kingdom 1-2, the underground part from the Brawl one, will come back.
Yeah,
and I think several of them will have good chances. Like I said, Paper Mario. So let's go Mario adjacent now. And go to DK, Donkey Kong.
Ooh.
Yeah, he does not have many.
Yeah.
First of all, let's get one out of the way that is coming back 100%. Jungle Hijinks is coming back. It's a tropical... Oh, not tropical freeze. It's a return stage, Donkey Kong Country return stage. It's unique. It already has... Like I said, it was on the Wii U, so all the assets are already there. They just basically need to put it into the game.
Yeah. Maybe like fix a few things here and there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but with Pikmin, like when that stage came from Brawl to Wii U, they or was it 3DS? It was 3DS. Like they only added a couple things. Like they added like a bunch of pellets and stuff like that. So like just random fixes here and there, but it's really not like a huge amount of work like creating a new stage.
So Congo, another one that's 100% coming back is Congo Jungle 64.
Yeah, because it was on the Wii U.
It was on the Wii U. They changed the other Congo Jungle Melee to Congo Falls, which there's no reason to do that unless you're bringing Congo Jungle 64 back. So yeah, so those two stages I'm putting in as 100% lock. I will put money on those two stages coming back. The third stage I don't think is coming back, and that's Rumble Falls from Brawl, which is
it's a terrible
awful.
Stage.
Terrible. Like the vertical stages, we're going to talk about another one later. Are just they're terrible, and they have no business in Smash.
I don't think that kind of stage came back in Wii U.
Nope. They tried it once in Melee. They replaced it with something different in Brawl, and both times people were like, not a fan.
Yeah.
And out of the two, let's just move to it right now because we're done with Donkey Kong. Yeah, because the other one is obviously Icicle Mountain from Melee.
Yeah, that one was better, but only slightly.
It was only slightly better because it didn't have as many insta-kills and because it fit the franchise better. Because, of course, Ice Climbers is going to have a vertical stage because that's how their game was.
Yeah, makes sense.
It was by far, personally, when my friends and I played Melee back in the day, our least favorite stage was Icicle Mountain. Not a fan of that stage. Don't want that one back either. But out of the two, there's more nostalgia to that. Ice Climbers get less stages overall, so I could see that one coming back. I don't see Rumble Falls coming back. It could. I'm not counting anything out, but I highly doubt it. That's it for Donkey Kong. Those three stages, and that's it for Ice Climber with Icicle Mountain. So
yeah, there we go.
Yeah, anything to add?
I hope that we get a new stage for Donkey Kong. For new stages, we already got one for Super Mario, and we got one for Zelda, but we haven't heard anything about Donkey Kong yet.
Yeah, I would love something that's very tropical freeze based. Kind of get a different aesthetic and get some of that tropical freeze music in there. The thing is, I kind of feel like maybe some stages are being held off for character reveals. I know we're not going to have too many, but both Dixie and K. Rool are plausible additions at this point. and I could see them being packaged with the stage. I mean, but if K. Rool comes back, this will segue into our next thing. Zelda's had some great stages in Smash. Actually, most of my favorite non-competitive stages in Smash have been Zelda stages.
Yeah,
like hands down. From Hyrule Castle, Great Bay Temple, all of them, just great stages. There's only one stage, however, from Zelda that hasn't been shown.
Yeah, and that's Pirate Ship.
Yep, which could be held back for K. Rool because they don't feel like making his own pirate ship.
Oh no, that'd be so awful.
And they're like, here's K. Rool's home stage, Wind Waker pirate ship. You know what? I wouldn't even care. I think Pirate Ship is another one that's 100% locked.
Yeah.
It was, not only was it on Wii U, but it was DLC on Wii U.
Yeah.
Due to fan demand.
Yes, like so many people requested that, and remember it didn't come out on the 3DS.
Yes.
Like they couldn't, like for some reason they couldn't make it work on the 3DS. I think because of the water.
But it definitely will work on Switch, so that is not a problem.
Yeah, because they've already showed swimming. Because if you remember, swimming was cut entirely from the 3DS version.
Yep. And I mean, they brought the 3DS stages. They brought like literally everything from Zelda. It's just this one stage, which is a fan favorite stage, which was already on Wii U. They already have, I say it over again, but they have the HD assets for it. They have it working in the same environment because I'm sure I'm sure the base engine's pretty similar. So yeah, it's coming back.
Well, Smash for Wii U and 3DS was built off of Brawl as well.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Metroid. Metroid's an interesting one because the 3 stages that have not been confirmed, I can see all 3 of them not coming back for different reasons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, first off, I was surprised that Ridley didn't come with a new stage.
Yes, it was a little weird. But then again, Norfair is that the stage that he has behind him?
I don't remember. It might be Brinstar.
It should be Norfair because that's where you fight Ridley.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so the 3 are Planet Zebes from 64, Brinstar Depths, and Pyrosphere. And the reasons the 3 of them might not come back is, well, Planet Zebes is very similar to Brinstar. Mm-hmm. It's one of those stages where Brinstar was kind of the spiritual successor to that stage. And sure, there's a slightly different layout and everything, but basically everything Zebes does, Brinstar does a little bit better. Yeah. So if they want to bring back almost every 64 stage, they could do it, but it's also kind of a redundant one. So, yeah, I definitely wouldn't be surprised. Brinstar Depths has only been in Melee. I could see it coming back, but it's a weird stage. It's not really I actually personally love the stage, but it's not really a fan favorite. It's the one with the giant crate in the background that rotates the stage.
Yeah.
I think Nintenjex was saying that he thinks that Brinstar Depths will come back because there was a new Brinstar. There's a new remix of that song somewhere. Was it on the blog maybe, of the main theme from that stage?
Maybe when they showed off Ridley.
Yeah, at some point there was a remix of the music from that stage. And he's like, well, if they're bringing back the music from that stage, then they're probably bringing back that stage. But that's not a guarantee because we had some of the tracks from Newport City in the last game, and Newport didn't come back. You know?
By the way, Ridley's home stage is Brinstar.
It should totally be Norfair, though. That's weird. Who cares? What is Samus's home stage since you're there?
I'll go check that.
Yeah, I'm just curious. While you're doing that, I'm going to bring up the final one is Pyrosphere, and that one's pretty obvious. Ridley's in the game. Ridley's a stage boss. I know it's not the same Ridley. It's clone other M Ridley, who is bigger and different looking, but it would still be super weird. They could totally replace them with like Mecha Ridley, the Ridley robot, and that would be cool. But that would be like a lot of work for, once again, a stage that nobody really cares about. So I could see that not coming back. Because the thing is, if Pyrosphere comes back, it needs to be reworked in some way. Yeah. Because the whole stage was based around Ridley being a hazard.
Yeah, it was based.
If
It was like balanced that way.
Yeah, if they want to redo the stage and make it, like Pyrosphere 1.5 with a different stage boss or something, I could see it happening. I really feel like it would be lazy for them to bring it back and then just keep other Emeraldly in there.
Yeah.
But yeah. So those are the three. Did you have anything?
I think it's Norfair for Metroid. For
Weird.
Samus.
Weird. Metroid can crawl.
Yeah.
Metroid can't crawl. Looking at those three stages, Planet Zebeth, Pyrosphere, and Brinstar Depths, what are your thoughts on them?
I would like a Metroid stage that's not about lava.
We have that. It's called Frigate Orpheon from Brawl. It's the only one.
Yeah.
I would also love a new Metroid stage.
I mean, like, one thing that, one of my complaints about the way the stages are selected is, like, the series are almost, like, typecasted into a certain type of stage. Like, the Donkey Kong stages are almost always, like, jungle, and the Mario stages are always Mushroom Kingdom, and the Metroid stages are always, like, lava. It's just, I wish there was a little bit more variety.
Agreed. I'll say this. As far as I can see, I think Brinstar Depths has, with all the returning melee stages we've seen, has the best chance out of the ones we've seen to return.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they want to rework Pyrosphere. I don't really care that much about any of them. I Planet Zebeth would be okay. Pyrosphere would also be, I guess, okay, depending on how, but they'd have to rework it, so I'd have to see what the new one looks like. And Brinstar Depths, I actually, like I said, I have a lot of nostalgia for that particular level. I used to play Melee as Jigglypuff a lot, so I'm like, oh, this stage doesn't affect me. You guys are all falling off. I'm just going to fly to the side.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Yoshi. Well, first of all, we have Yoshi's Island Melee, which I never considered a Yoshi stage. It's really weird that because it's a Super Mario World stage. It has Lakitu in the background. It has the aesthetics. I guess that's where Yoshi premiered, and technically that's Yoshi's, dinosaur world or whatever. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't like this game because there's a walk-off, the blast zones are weird, it has those rotating blocks in the middle that there's that famous gif of Wolf's Landmaster that goes right through it.
Oh yes, I love that.
Yeah, it's awesome. But now that Landmasters are removed, this stage should be fine.
It's not a problem. Not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem. I kind of like the stage. It's a fun stage. It's not a serious stage. This was on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this has been in every game since it debuted, right? This was in Melee, Brawl, and Wii U.
Was it in Wii U? I don't remember.
Oh, it was 100% in Wii U. I know that.
Okay. Oh, then yes, I guess so, because I remember it definitely in Melee and Brawl.
Yeah. So I think this one is just one that hasn't been shown yet, but it's probably there.
Yeah.
The second one is Yoshi's Woolly World Wii U. I think most Wii U stages that have nothing going against them will be back, so I feel like this one will be back. This is definitely not one of my favorite stages. Mm-hmm. I don't care if it comes back one way or the other, to be honest with you. If it's there, I'll probably play on it every now and then, but I'm not a huge fan. Yeah. But I think both these Yoshi's stages have a pretty good shot of coming back.
Yeah, I see no reason for them not to come back.
Anything else on Yoshi?
Yeah, I'm the same way about Woolly World. I don't really play that stage that much.
Yeah. Now the next one is Kirby, and both of these stages, I don't know if they're coming back. And both of them I would want back. Yeah,
they should.
First of all, let's talk about the 3DS stage first. Sure. So Dreamland is a stage that
it's like a Game Boy stage.
Yeah, you're in the Game Boy. It's not only a Kirby rep, it's a Game Boy rep. It's really cool. It has cool music, cool visuals. It's fun, and a lot of and I feel like some of the problems you were saying with Mario Bros earlier is here. People are like, oh, it's a pain to play in. I'm like, yeah, but it's also just kind of fun to play in. It's not if I'm serious with some friends and I want to play like a serious Smash match. No, I'm not going to go there, but it's a great stage to have on the roster to go and play in every now and then. Yeah, it's there's no
and it's completely unique. Like it represents that series, or represents that game wholeheartedly.
Yeah, there's literally nothing else like it. It's I want it back. I don't know if it'll be back. I'm leaning towards no on this one. Maybe because it was catered to a handheld. I mean, I guess the Switch is a handheld too. So, but
maybe they'll actually rework it and go with Sakurai's original concept for the stage, which is a Mario Land stage.
Yeah, but then you don't need to get rid of Dreamland. Just add a different stage. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, I'm not counting it out. It's definitely not a stage that I'm all like, it's not coming back. I just I have a feeling that since not everything is coming back, this might fall into the category of those stages not coming back. I want to see it back, and I think it has a chance. The other one,
I think with Dreamland, like you don't have to update the assets that much.
Yeah, no, because you're right, because it already has the the next one is the one of the most beautiful stages in Melee, a favorite of competitive players and casual players alike, and that is Fountain of Dreams. Mm-hmm. And I know there's so much fan demand for this one. And I really hope it comes back. I just wonder if we might have too many battlefields,
Especially
and I know
with
it's
battlefield stages
mode. Yeah, and and you've got your Midgars. Yeah, you have so many different stages that have that layout. I mean, it's not just a pure battlefield though, because the platforms move and it changes the layout. There's definitely that aspect to it, so it's a different stage.
Yeah, the fountain part.
I'm hoping it's coming back. I think there's reasons it should be back. I can just see the dev team, if they're just going through everything, being all like, we're adding all these stages. Maybe we don't need to add this one that's so similar to Battlefield.
Yeah, exactly.
But I really do hope it comes back. All right. Speaking of redundant stages, Starfox Sector Z.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think it's coming back. I would be cool with it because the size difference of the ship, it's a very different stage from Corneria.
Mm-hmm.
But if we have Corneria and we have Orbital Gate Assault, has that been confirmed yet?
I don't know. Like I was trying to find information about that. I think it's
people like borderline.
Say it is. Some people say it is, but we don't know.
Well, let's include Orbital Gate then.
Okay.
So I think Orbital Gate will be back
because
once again it's a Wii U stage. They just have to port it over. It's unique. And I'm okay with it. It was actually one of my least played stages on Wii U.
It was a really nice looking stage.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was a beautiful stage, but it was a little too hectic. But here's the deal. If you have Orbital Gate Assault and you play it with hazards off, it becomes another Great Fox stage.
Yeah.
So then we'll have 3 Great Fox stages if Sector Z comes back. And that might be a little redundant. It's another one of those stages where, like I said, I would be fine with it coming back. I think it's actually a fun stage to play on. But with not everything coming back, I could see, like, once again, it depends on what like you said, if they try to do every 64 stage, then yeah. But I can definitely see it not coming back.
I see no reason for Sector Z to come back, to be honest.
Yeah. The only reason is if they want to bring... it's the same reason why you bring Young Link and Pichu back. We're bringing everything back. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. And that's no shade thrown onto Young Link and Pichu fans. I'm just saying, you guys know those are the last 2 characters, right?
Nintenjax and Connor.
Yeah. Okay, so Pokemon actually is another with a large number of stages. I know there was some debate on whether both Pokemon stadiums are back, but I think we've seen enough evidence to say that they are. Which actually leaves us with only 1 stage not coming back, which is a super, I feel like, divisive stage with casual fans. And that's Pokefloats.
Yep.
Pokefloats is kind of a lazy stage. Weren't the models just ripped out of, like, Pokemon Stadium?
Yeah, and then they just, like, float up and down.
Yeah.
I'll
be honest.
This is a meme.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this stage. I don't hate it, I'm definitely not one of those. Like, it would be, I guess, cool to see it back. But
What they should do is just rework it as a Pokemon Go stage. Use the models from Pokemon Go.
Yeah, I mean, something like that would even be better, like a new Pokefloats. There's no real reason. I guess some people like the stage, and that's fine. I personally am meh on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate it. I don't love it. There's some fun things you can do on it, I guess. I can see it not coming back if they're not bringing every Melee stage back. This is definitely a contender for not coming back.
Yeah.
This and Icicle Mountain are probably my two least played stages on Melee. But I love Big Blue, so that's something.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Captain Falcon.
Yeah, right. It looks like we're missing the Mute Cities, both of them.
Yeah.
The 3DS and the Melee one. I liked the 3DS layout a lot.
Yeah.
And it's another one of those that just rips the graphics straight from the game. Should be easy for them to port over. Was one of the fan favorite ones on 3DS. I think it'll probably come back.
Yeah, I agree. It's one of my favorite stages from the 3DS as well.
Yeah, the Melee Mute City might be a little too close to Port Aerodive. I mean, that didn't stop other stages from other franchises that are similar design-wise. I'm fine with Mute City. Melee, it's not.
Yeah.
One way or another, it's not my favorite stage. I like it enough, though. In fact, I'll go out and say that if I had a choice, I'd want it to come back. I'd rather it come back than not come back. And I think it's fairly likely because F-Zero only has like
4 stages total.
4 stages, yeah,
And
they brought back
probably not going to get much more new content.
Exactly. So might as well bring back all 4 stages. They brought back pretty much.
They brought everything for Earthbound. They brought back everything.
I was about to say for Earthbound. Yeah, I was just double checking. Yeah, they brought back every Earthbound stage. So you might as well bring back every F-Zero stage. So I'm going to say that I probably think both Mute Cities are in.
Yeah.
If I had to guess.
I'll definitely lean on the 3DS version, but I'm not sure about the Melee.
Yeah. And then we have Mr. Game & Watch, Flat Zone 1.
But maybe Flat Zone X. We don't know. Like, it's kind of confusing because...
Yeah, it'd be really weird if Flat Zone 1, 2, and X were all in. But I can still kind of see it.
Yeah.
And the thing about Flat Zone 1 is because it doesn't really shift, it's probably... Is that the one based off Helmet? I don't remember what game it was based off of. But
Helmet was the second one, wasn't it?
Was it? Yeah, I don't recall. But it's it's more static. So even though it's like a kind of a crazy you're inside of a Game & Watch stage, it's not as hectic as Flat Zone 2, which shifts. I actually kind of prefer it a little bit because of that. Flat Zone X is kind of, the best of. I can see all of them coming back. I don't know. This is a tough one for me on whether or not it's coming back. I'd kind of want it back, though. I mean, I understand it's redundant if it's part of another one, but it's kind of either Flat Zone X is by itself, or we have all 3. I think it's kind of weird to have like Flat Zone X and Flat Zone 2, but not Flat Zone 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you might as well have all 3 at that point.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah. I mean, let's make a new Flat Zone, like based off of the diving one.
That would be cool. That would actually be a very cool stage, I think. All right, so next is one of your favorite series,
Yep.
WarioWare.
Yes.
Once again, we only have one Wario stage confirmed, and that's WarioWare Inc.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have Gamer, which was a fan favorite on the Wii U. Since it was on the Wii U, it's very easy to port over.
Mm-hmm.
Great music, cool stage layout, awesome gimmick. Now with a hazardless version, we'll make that stage better for certain people. I kind of like the hazards on that stage personally.
I wonder if the hazardless version will have a consistent platform layout.
Right, because it changed each time. There's another stage like that too. I'm trying to remember.
The Animal Crossing one.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Tortimer Island.
Yep.
That'll be interesting. I think Gamer's coming back.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'd be surprised if it wasn't, and also I'd be very disappointed if it wasn't too.
Mm-hmm.
So, next, let's talk about the final 2 stages together.
Okay.
Because what's interesting is that they are for third parties. For Sonic, previously, every character, every third party character in Smash has had 1 stage per console.
Mm-hmm.
Now, because 3DS and Wii U were split up, that means Mega Man had the same stage on both with different hazards. They've been combined, so all the hazards are in one. Also, I played Wily's Castle with hazards on at E3. I think it's better now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I feel like one of my biggest problems, and maybe it's just in my head, it wasn't just the Yellow Devil, it's that the Yellow Devil seemed to be out constantly.
And he was also really big. Like, he took up a lot of the stage.
Well, I mean, he took up a lot of the stage, and I understand that, and that's the same.
Yeah.
But I feel like you would kill him, and then he'd, like, automatically be back up.
I know.
Like, almost immediately, yeah. But we played through, like, we only saw him twice playing through 1 timed match. I don't remember how much the time matches were.
Usually
probably
about
just,
2 minutes.
About 2 minutes, yeah. So, like, once at the beginning and then once towards the end in 2 minutes, which seemed like a lot less. I'd have to go compare than it used to be. But he seemed
easier to kill.
He went down pretty low, pretty quickly as well. So I mean, I'd have to compare it, but I feel like he's been balanced in some way. Maybe just because the platforms are out longer now, because there's more platforms. So actually, I think that stage is a little bit better. But regardless, so he had that, but then Pac-Man and Sonic each had a different stage on one on Wii U and one on 3DS. Yeah. And so far, we've only seen 1 stage from each of them. Mm-hmm. So there's no rule on every third party just needs 1 stage.
Yeah. They could have multiple stages in one game.
They could. But we haven't seen that yet, so maybe that is something they want to do. I don't know. So we have Pac Maze and Windy Hill Zone. Mm-hmm. And what's interesting is out of the 2, Windy Hill Zone, I know a lot of people don't like Windy Hill Zone. I like Windy Hill Zone. It would be very easy to bring back because it's a Wii U stage.
Yeah.
But then we have Pac Maze, which is a 3DS stage, and has a very 3DS specific gimmick. Mm-hmm. But that is like the iconic Pac-Man stage. I feel like you can't have Pac-Man without Pac Maze.
Yeah. So
if Pac-Man was a first-party Nintendo character and there were several Pac-Man stages, I'd be like, oh, you know, Pac Maze has a 3DS only gimmick, we can't bring it back. But I feel like since it's such it's so iconic and so much something that we associate with Pac-Man, that they need to bring it back in some way, and they can definitely rework the gimmick in some way. Yeah. But yeah, it's a really weird one for me. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think bringing it back would make sense, but I think they would have to rework the gimmick, as you said. And so maybe it would go under a different name, but I think, you know, having the maze in some way is very likely.
Yeah, and if Pac-Man has multiple stages, then I can see Sonic getting multiple, and then Windy Hill Zone will probably come back. I'd want them both back, but
I see no reason for Windy Hill Zone not to come back.
Yeah. And that's actually it. That's it. So you can see there really aren't that many stages missing, and most of them are just random Mario stages.
Yeah. Like, we spent maybe a quarter of this just talking about Mario.
Yeah. I mean, so that's basically it. Do you guys have any...
No, we did forget a couple.
Did we?
Hanebo?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot all of the Nintendo specific ones. And yeah. Hanenbao from Brawl should come back because it has a unique icon, and we want all icons to come back.
Might as well.
Also, I want to see what the hazardless version of that stage is. There's just no music. You can't
that would be awful.
Yeah, it would be an awful, awful stage. But yeah, so that's definitely.
And then Miiverse, which I don't think will come back because there's no Miiverse.
Yeah, I don't think Miiverse will come back. Also, it's a boring layout. It's literally just Battlefield.
Like, modding that was probably too, like, it's not worth it.
Yeah, Miiverse is dead. In fact, I can see every stage but Miiverse come back. That's what they meant.
Yeah,
every stage but Miiverse. And I guess Big Battlefield for Wii U hasn't been confirmed yet.
Come back. Like, with
But
8-player Smash.
Yeah, that will definitely be back. Yes, it's literally just a big battlefield. Come on, guys, it will be back. And then a lot of people, this was never really an official stage to play on, but a lot of people always bring up Metal Cavern 64.
Yeah, I think Sakurai's wife made this stage.
Oh, well, I mean, my thoughts on Metal Cavern 64 is I don't have a lot of nostalgia for it. It's a simple stage. I'm okay with it if they bring it in. I don't think, since it was never a real selectable stage, I don't think it's going to be in.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it would be cool if it was.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my thoughts, too.
So that's it. Yeah. And just really quick, Final Fantasy VII Midgar better have more music this time.
I hope so.
we know Ryu's stage, Suzaku Castle, has more music now because we have that Vega track.
Oh, it does?
So, yeah.
That's
because,
good.
yeah, if you go on the blog, it has well, unless you're going to put that Vega track on a random stage.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to put that on the Duck Hunt stage. So, I'm assuming that, but Square Enix is kind of weird. But, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we will get some new Final Fantasy music, which will be awesome. So, yeah, I mean, that's basically it. Yeah, not that many stages, really, when you look at it. And out of it, I still feel like about half of them are locks to get in, as we've said. So
yeah, especially with like reusing a lot of the assets from the Wii U, it just makes sense.
Okay, all right. I guess this is the end of our discussion, guys. I am 8-Bit Spazzy. You can find me at _ 8-Bit Spazzy. Also find me here at Source Gaming and all that sort of stuff. We're having a lot going on now. We're starting to stream, starting to bring more different types of content in. Want to bring some Game and Facts back soon, so be on the lookout for that. We always have our RTCs and all that. What about you, Push? What's your deal? Where can people find you? What are you working on? All that sort of stuff.
Well, obviously you can find me on Source Gaming.
Yeah.
I'll be working on a lot of Sakurai Didn't Say That pieces, as well as appearing in random streams and discussions here and there.
Yep.
So,
all right, guys,
check that out.
Yep, and always come back to the source. That's what we say. Also, a special thank you to the Duke of Dorks. Guy's awesome. He's more than just a meme at the end of our videos, guys. Like, literally, just check out his stuff.
Yeah,
he has good stuff.
He actually makes really good stuff.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Till next time. Later.